Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about how to manage your finances in a crisis, which I think we can all agree we are all facing at the moment. I'm hoping this video is going to try and help just beat some of that overwhelm that we are all feeling at the moment and just help lessen any stress that you may be feeling. So obviously I've done lots of money saving videos in the past and I love finding new ideas to share with you guys because I just really love helping and hopefully giving you new ideas and inspiration. Health at the moment is a huge concern for everybody, but it's also very concerning about our financial health. So hopefully these will be some ideas if you are feeling a bit in a panic at the moment. Almost 5 million of us are self-employed in the UK, as well as employed people are also finding that they have had a huge drop in salary if they've been furloughed, or generally just having a massive financial impact from this global crisis that we're all facing. I feel like there's a huge pressure at the moment with our spending. Things like food costs are through the roof. I don't understand why. If you know why, let me know. But our food bill has definitely increased hugely, and there's just a lot of kind of different behaviors happening in terms of spending. So you may find that you're going onto Amazon a little bit more frequently, or you might want to be buying more things online just because you're a little bit bored, you're feeling a bit anxious. So this is really changing our behavior with how we're spending and how we're saving, as well as obviously how we are feeling about money. So my first tip is to write down where you are. You need an entire picture, and it's so much more powerful having it written down. So everything on one column being your savings or your income, any assets that you have, if you have multiple streams of revenue, or rental properties, anything like that, pop on one side and it itemized. And on the other side, you guessed it, we're going to have all of your expenses. So all of your food, your rent, your mortgage, your car payments, any debtors that you have. You're going to get such a clear picture this way, and it really does feel like it helps with that overwhelm and lessen that stress because you can see it all in one picture. From this you can then work out exactly how long you're going to be able to last at this rate, or how much you need to pull back and spend less on. It's just going to give that really clear picture, and it's going to help you really break down where your spending is and where you can probably save some money too. Okay, my next tip is not to feel too proud or worried to ask for any help financially in terms of payments that you need to make. If you need a mortgage holiday, if you need to speak to your landlord about your rent, don't be too proud to ask, because there are so many programs released to help people in this crisis and you need to be using them. So don't be too proud and realise that most people are doing the same thing as well. I can't stress enough, do not let yourself get bad credit rating or into bad, negative credit score because of this situation. If you ask and you put your financial situation out there, it's very likely that you will receive some help. I know, especially for self-employed, we are having to wait until June to see if we are even going to be able to get any kind of financial help at the moment. And if you've been furloughed, or if you're a director of a company and you're furloughing staff, you're still having to pay their wages and you may not be getting that furlough money in yet. There's lots of support that's been given out there, so have a look online, make sure you're getting what you are entitled to, and just don't get into bad credit because of this. The next tip, I am delighted to say this part of the video is being sponsored, and it is such a fitting sponsorship, and I love this because I have been using it myself for a few months and it's something I know can help you as well. So for me, that's an amazing partnership. So the app is called Plum, and it is basically an artificial intelligence banking app, finance app. It kind of gives your bank a brain, and it gives you a massive idea of exactly where your finances are at and how you can save money. I myself have saved £300 already using the app, which has been brilliant. So the strapline to the app, I guess, is to save, switch and invest, and it does do all of those things for you. So to talk about money saving, this is probably one of my favourite features of the app, of which there are so many features, and I will be leaving a link in the description for you if you want to test it out, sign up. I'd love to know how you get on, or if you use it already. I was chatting to a friend the other day and she uses it and I was like, oh, I'm working with them and they're so brilliant, and yeah, she loves it as well. But one of the best things that I find is the saving side. So you can set up funds, so you can say holiday with the girls, or car payment, or house deposit, and every few days the banking app will use artificial intelligence to work out a strategy of how you're spending your money. It calculates your spending habits, and it will work out exactly how much to take out of your bank every few days and put into your savings and into whichever pot that you want to put it into. And then it will notify you to say that you have a certain amount of money in your savings, and it's like a little happy surprise. I love it when it tells me, and I think, wow, I had no idea that I've just put away that money and I haven't even noticed it go out. So it's just a really nice way of saving through this current climate, but making sure it's what you can afford, because it does it so intelligently and it just tracks all your spending and all your bills. So one of the other really good features is that it can help you make sure you're not spending too much money on your bills. It will be intelligently looking at what you are spending and finding you a better deal if there is one, and it will be saying you can be saving hundreds of pounds by switching your electricity supplier. I know that they're doing updates where they'll be able to do better loan rates or mortgage repayments. So it's just really, really intelligent, and it kind of takes that work out of it, giving you less to do, but saves you much more money. It also has features such as tracking your spending against other people's in that kind of, in your like same demographic, which is really powerful as well, to see exactly how much maybe extra you're spending that you shouldn't be spending. There's an investing side of it, which I'll get into a bit later. You can also set goals, so a time target and a goal target of what you want to get to for that time. You can aggressively step up your saving if you wanted to. Things like on payday, you can do a little booster so that you can put more away on that day. But I just love that it just does so many things for you without you having to really think about it. And it's all FCA, I think that's the word, regulated, so it's all very, very safe. And I do genuinely think that you would enjoy using it. So if you want to sign up, as I said, I will leave the referral link in the description bar for you. I'd love to know how you get on with it. I found it really, really helpful. And as I said, I'm so pleased that they wanted to work with me on this, because I am actually a customer myself, so that's ideal. Okay, so my next tip is to review your budget monthly. So make sure you are sitting down once a month with the other people in your family and making sure, well, maybe not the children, but the adults, to make sure that you're looking at exactly how your budgeting has gone that month, and give yourself a pat on the back and celebrate if you are working out to be working really well with your budget each month, or if you've saved money in spite of these circumstances, because you need to celebrate these little wins. Otherwise it doesn't really feel like you're gratifying anything, because you're just not, you don't seem to appreciate it. So it's really, really important to do that. And also, if you have struggled in certain ways, then make sure you're adjusting your budget. This is a time where you can't have a set budget to say you're going to save all these thousands of pounds a year, because it's just not viable if you're not getting that money in. So don't beat yourself up about it. Now, the next one is about investing. Now, I really do want to get further into investing because I'm really interested in it. Obviously, we have our house deposit at the moment, which we are, using to live off of at the moment. But because we're not actually able to buy a house, I'm looking into that kind of side of things. And it's a little bit confusing. What I have loved about the Plum app is that you can actually invest using £1 a month as like a transaction fee, which is like loads less than using most of the other investing websites. And you can actually choose to invest your money in high risk if you want it in for longer, medium risk, or low risk. And obviously I'm not a financial advisor at all, so get your own financial advice before you do invest your money. But I do find like the Plum app is such an easy way of doing it. It's like I don't have to get my mind into gear with learning all about investing and stocks and shares and funds and passive investing and all these different terms, because it's all done for you. You literally just say, I want to invest this much into this level risk fund, and it will do it all for you. It also can split out, so if you wanted to have 50% of what it would take to savings into an investment fund, it can do that for you as well, so you get it going into two different directions. So obviously we've spoken about an emergency fund in the past. It's so important to have that. I mean, if this isn't an emergency, I don't know what is. So hopefully if you have been following my videos for the last year or so, you will have got that fund. But if you did want to start now, obviously it's not too late. Using the Plum app, you can have that as your emergency fund that just sits there and you don't ever spend it. That's a really good way of using it. And also, if you're going to do that, you could then invest some of it. Think about how much you can put away at this time, because you need to have that as a backup. Obviously you may well be okay at the moment, you may well be in work still, which is great, but you need to plan for the future. So make sure that you're thinking about those things and that you're planning for them. The next tip is think about other things around the house that you can sell. that you might not have used for a little while, or that doesn't provide you with any kind of use or joy, and think about selling it, because you know, now is a good time to be doing that kind of thing if it's safe to do so, and you're obviously respecting social distancing if you are selling things to people face to face. It's a great way of making extra income around the house. The next one is to remember that your time is very valuable, so you can actually use your time to make extra money if you are now at home. I know if you've been furloughed you can't get another job, but if you are self-employed like myself and you aren't earning any money, then you can actually create a new stream of income from home. Obviously it does take a little while to build this up, but you could do something straight away that you have always wanted to do, or learn a skill that you've always wanted to do and turn that into a profitable asset. So remember, your time is important and it's valuable, and that may well be searching for the very best deal of something that you would have just bought online, or you know, making your time into an actual business. So just think about this extra time that you may have and using it wisely. So I really hope these tips for a financial crisis and how to save money have helped you guys. I would love to know your comments in the comments and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I'll leave the link to the Plum app in the description as well, and I'd love to know how you get on. I really look forward to seeing you again next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye.